This podcast is brought to you by the Mice Pod. Mice Pod at micechat.com and micepod.com.
This episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast is brought to you by Be Our Guest Destinations. They're a Universal Parks and Resorts vacation specialist and an authorized Disney vacation planner. They also book all cruise lines. If you're staying at a Disney property, Be Our Guest Destinations can even arrange Universal Studios tickets that include shuttle service. How awesome is that? Let them do all the planning free of charge to you while you enjoy the journey. Contact them today at 1-800-796-6240 or via email at heather@destinationsinflorida.com or on Twitter at BeOurGuestDest, D-E-S-T. Hey Lee, kick that theme music.
Greetings, Universal Orlando fans. It's time for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast with your hosts, Lee, Tracy, and Darren.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 50, our half century of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, brought to you with Mice Chat. And joining me is Darren, our resident expert photographer. Hello, Darren.
Hello, Internet. Laissez le bon tempule.
Okay, I have no idea what that means, but welcome aboard.
Let the good times roll.
Right, I see, yes. I get the relevance. And my good wife, Tracy. Good
Hello?
wife, good lady wife.
Hello? Hello?
I've no idea what's going on with me tonight, by the way.
No, me either.
Just rambling.
Uh-huh.
Everybody good?
Yep.
Yep, Darren's nice and warm, we're bloody freezing. But there you go. Right. So what have we got coming up on our 50th show? Well, actually, I think it's quite relevant that it's a special show for us because we've got the news.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't make it relevant.
It does make it relevant, but doesn't make it
you know what I
special.
mean. But then Darren actually went to his first properly invited media event at the weekend for this year's Mardi Gras at Universal Studios, so we're going to hear all about that from Darren, and that's going to do the show. But we've got some great interviews and stuff to talk about on there. So, Tracy, I do believe you have something to let everybody know.
I do. I've had my wrists slapped because I made a bit of a boo-boo apparently last show, and I forgot to tell you where to get Jeff Heimbuch's book. It's kind of a cute story from. Sorry. So if you head to Amazon.com or BambooForestPublishing.com, you can get your copies there. So really, you've got no excuse to go and get your own copy. In fact, hit pause and go and do it now.
Yeah, and if you think about it, this was kind of a good deal for Jeff because he got 2 mentions out of it now.
This is true. Yeah, I think Jeff owes us one now.
Definitely.
So there you go. I can't have my wrist slapped anymore now.
So, pause. And welcome back.
I really want to say hammer time. That's stop, isn't it? But you know what I mean.
What did I say? Pause.
Yeah.
Tracy, you again.
Me again?
I do believe we received an email.
We did indeed. Right, just get yourself comfy.
In relevance to something we discussed on the last show, wasn't it?
Apparently so.
You haven't read it. You have read
I
it.
have read it, but you're kind of jumping in. Shut up. Right. Hey guys, haven't listened in a while, being ultra busy. But listened to the new episode and you asked why we don't have the cinematic spectacular on certain nights. Thought I'd drop some quick knowledge on you. Almost always, like on Monday, it's because there's a special corporate event that night, so the park closes earlier. We closed at 6 on Monday for an event for Mattress Firm, a bedding store here in Central Florida, and closing up the adventure at that time Monday, it clearly wasn't dark enough to run the show. So that's it, nothing overly cool is going on after hours that the guests are missing out on. Mr. X.
Mr. X. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. So there you go. Are you aware of Mattress Firm, Darren?
Yeah, they're pretty big around here. There's a lot of them, so.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right because we were sort of speculating on the last one, didn't we? Why they would close it up early when there was no.
I think people call it nosy buggers.
Probably. I like it was why they closed up the adventure early.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start begging the place that I work for to have a corporate event.
Oh,
Because
that
that sounds incredible.
It does, doesn't it? We should have one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Darren, I do believe we received another email as well.
Yep. Hello, Dave here again. Just got booked up for late September, so Halloween Horror Nights, here we come. Yes. Just thought I'd drop a line about staying on site at Universal. We usually try to stay a couple of nights at the Hard Rock, mainly for the Fast Pass room cards, as these can be invaluable. We stayed in July once, never again, but that's another story. Past 2 years, we've upgraded to the 7th floor of the Hard Rock. Let me tell you, it is awesome. You get your soft drinks, tea, coffee, but best of all, as much water as you need, and you can take this to your room or out into the parks. On-site water is a minimum of $8 a bottle.
Is that right? That seems expensive.
Yeah, I think you can get some for cheaper than that. I think you get like, four, maybe like $3 or $4.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Yeah. There's a lounge with couches and TV and snacks, all available all day. On an evening, you get wine and beer and hot food, all branded makes. It's a great place to go and relax, and when it gets really hot. My wife usually comes back from the lounge with her pockets crammed full of bottles of beer. You can take the grill out of Middlesbrough.
Hey, that's true. Jesse, where are you from again?
Middlesbrough. I'm from the posh part. I'm from Acklam. Can't you tell? Carry on.
All references I don't know.
Yeah.
You're very
Jesse's
lucky.
from the same place as obviously where his wife was brought
Yeah.
up.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny if we knew each other?
I could, but it's Susan Walker.
It's quite a common name. That's his name, though.
No, he's called David Walker.
That's his name.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, sorry.
Carry on.
Best of all are the lifts. Wait and follow someone in, and when they ask which floor, you say 7th. Watch the confusion as there are only 6 buttons. Then, as cool as you like, say "allow me" and slide your room key into the slot. It is so cool.
That would be pretty awesome. I can see Darren's like looking at this now, going, "I'm staying at the Hard Rock in August. I think I might have to upgrade to this." Like,
Yep. You mentioned on a podcast a while back that you have to pay to park. Not if you stay at the hotel. Just drive straight to the hotel and go through the barrier. Maybe he means like you just drive through a barrier somewhere.
yeah,
Closed barrier.
I was going to say, yeah, preferably let it lift first.
yeah, that's why you pay for free.
Yeah.
You don't pay for
Pay for free. Yeah, sorry.
He says you can go as early as you like, as long as you're booked in, and they'll give you room keys and let you park for free. So, hey, give it a shot.
Yep.
One quick story about being made to feel special. On City Walk, there's an Element skate shop, and as my son skates, we go there every time and spend far too much money. I have a very distinctive Dogtown tattoo on my arm, and every year I've walked into that shop, the manager comes up to me, says, "Hey, Dogtown," and high-fives me. He's only seen me once a year, but a bit silly, but it makes me smile all day.
Cool.
From David Walker.
Leave
And he
the
also
PS out if you
says
want.
that... No, I
Go on
don't.
then.
I don't want. I'm saying it.
Okay.
He says he lives in Red Car, and from his accents, he says you must live near him.
No, Darren, do you live near him?
I do. Yes, I'm right near Red Car, just right across a small pond from Red Car.
Cool. Yes, he actually lives where I work.
No, not literally.
Well, no.
That'd be a bit weird.
You know what I mean.
I see the way this show's going.
Does that sound tempting, by the way? 7th level.
Yes, it would be great if somebody gave me an upgrade to the 7th level.
Hint, hint.
However, yes.
Lovely listeners.
I don't think he's hinting at the listeners.
Oh no, listeners, anybody.
All right.
I'll tell you what, Darren, if you get a 7th level upgrade out of Lee, I definitely want my camera.
I'd be interested to find out how
It's
much.
gonna be up there in the lounge.
You can bring us water the next day.
Yep, there you go.
In fact, you can take the kids with you and feed the kids for us for free.
We're having breakfast in Darren's room the next morning. Cool, right, thank you very much. If, like Mr. X and David, you would like to send us an email, you can do at... Darren, what's the email address?
Podcast at uuopodcast.com.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Cool. Right, shall we move on to the news?
And now your news from around the Universal Orlando Resort with your UUOP news team.
I have some news.
Do you?
Right up my alley because, I'm a huge wrestling fan. Not at all. But TNA Wrestling will soon no longer tape at Universal Studios, opting instead to take its show on the road. Its 8-year run at the theme park ends on March 7th. The broadcasts free to Universal guests have been taped in one of the theme park's backstage sound stages since 2004. Impact Wrestling is seen in more than 120 countries. They said, "We're grateful for the partnership we've had with TNA." Universal spokesman Tom Schroeder said on Friday, "We look forward to the opportunity to work with them again in the future." The first stop for TNA will be the Sears Center Arena in Chicago on March 14th. Additional locations were not announced. I always did want to, stop in and see this because it was free, but we never made it over there while it was running.
Yeah, I know Billy Kirkwood, who's been on the show before, has gone over there quite a lot because he's big into wrestling and stuff, so he'll be quite disappointed, I'm sure. And I know Derek Bergen will be a bit bummed out about it as well, but it's a shame, really, because I think isn't that the last thing that's...
Yeah, the last regularly taped show at Universal Studios. So
the end of an era.
It is indeed. I have one. This is from Theme Park Review. The next edition and expansion for Universal's Isles of Adventure has been rumoured to be in the works for years. Well, earlier this month, rumoured details started to come in, and it seems Jurassic Park will be the future location of Universal's newest construction walls. So there you go. The plan has been put on the table. The plan that has been put on the table is directly aimed at families, and its sole purpose is to follow the Potter path of guest spending. Ouch. By that, I mean increase guest spending through unique food and beverage offerings. Sorry, I'll put my teeth in. As well as loads of merchandise for sale. That's no surprise, really, is it? Everyone will get a perfect example of Universal's new direction once Springfield opens up this summer at the studios. It's got to be full of food, beverages, games, merchandise, and unique souvenirs for guests to spend loads of their hard-earned money on. Most importantly, it will bring more families into the gates. I'm sure you've seen their latest marketing campaign. Universal will be targeting families in a different light for the foreseeable future, and this expansion will be aimed directly at them. So overall, the entire island will be receiving a facelift, while the main focus is adding 2 new attractions. There are several other projects being considered within this expansion, and here's a list of the details. An Amber Mine roller coaster, a small-scale family coaster said to be a themed runaway minecart ride through detailed amber mines. Minimum height would be between 36 and 40 inches, so it'll be a ride that most families can enjoy together. That's really good.
Yeah.
And while GCI Coasters met with Universal Creative earlier last year, we're now told that Gravity Group has been contacted to build the attraction instead. Discovery Centre Dark Ride. Let's face it, the Discovery Centre, I can't speak tonight, it certainly needs something doing to it. So the plan here is a slow-moving dark ride that loads inside the Jurassic Park Discovery Centre, where the labs currently reside. Rumoured scenes include DNA scene from Jurassic Park the movie, detailed lab scenes, a dinosaur egg hatching, as well as a tour through dinosaurs that are in containment, including Velociraptor AAs.
Audio animatronics.
Oh, thank you. The ride itself would unload close to the new Amber Mine coaster. And then we have Camp Jurassic, which is the popular kids' playground, being expanded and given numerous upgrades, including special effects and live dinosaurs within the grounds. Cool. Yeah. And finally, the Jurassic Park... Is it finally? Maybe. The Jurassic Park River Adventure, the headline attraction of Jurassic Park, would receive a major refurb, including new effects and...
Audio animatronic
replacements. That kind of needs that, really. There'll be numerous food and beverage outlets. No new sit-down restaurant planned in this expansion. That's a bit of a shame. All new unique offerings will come via themed food stands.
There's how many food options in there already, isn't there?
I know, but there's really anywhere to sit, is
there is Thunder Falls Terrace.
It's never been particularly enticing, though. Isn't there a smoking area that you have to walk through to get us up the toilet?
No, it's just in a weird place, isn't
anyway, Triceratops Encounter. This old beauty will be levelled, boo, to make room for the future additions mentioned above. While most of the work will indeed take place on this site, there's no mistake the island will be getting a lot of attention before reopening. So this is a rumoured expansion that's currently scheduled to open summer 2014. On top of that, Universal recently announced Jurassic Park Forward hit theatres summer 2014.
That's pretty big news.
It is big news.
Well, it was.
Yeah. I've always wondered why they didn't have that that ride that they went on, in the first movie, the first Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
The Jeep.
That's
Yeah.
slow. No, the slow ride.
All right, yeah, they're like,
Yeah, like an omnimover type thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It looked like, it was just handed to him on a plate, basically, right from the movie.
Exactly.
So, perfect opportunity to use that, and that would be excellent if they do add that into the Discovery Center. That'd be very cool.
Well, it was our friend Andy that brought this to my attention, and because he knows how much we rag on Jurassic Park, and I said to him, it's not that I hate Jurassic Park.
It's a beautiful area.
There's just nothing there to draw you into it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they did this, I could see us spending a lot more time in there. Especially with like more family rides.
I don't know about YouTube. I'm a dinosaur freak. I love them.
I don't.
Yeah.
Not that I've actually met
take
one.
them or leave them, but
oh no, I really like my dinosaurs, and I think I've always been disappointed in what it could have been.
yeah, I think a lot of people have with seeing that concept art of the Jeep thing that was originally supposed to be getting made. I mean, even the River Adventure over in Hollywood's different, and out from the videos I've seen. Well, Andy told us about it, didn't he, when he did the trip report with us, that it's quite a lot longer. Because you see the T-Rex
pretty cool
twice.
effects. I think it's got the Jeep sliding down the side, and
the T-Rex like at the end and then a bit in the middle as well. So it'd be good to see it get a bit of TLC.
a lot of TLC by the sounds of it.
Well, yeah.
And I'm pleased that they are keeping it so families can ride, and
Well, as
which
um,
having kids, that's good for us.
they are aiming it very much. You think with the cinematic spectacular and the superstar parade, and then the new advert and stuff that we watch, they are trying to look at bringing in that family audience rather than aiming it at.
In a way, I'm torn both ways,
You
because
want
I
them to
like
and you don't, yeah.
I like the fact that it's a bit more grown up, and the fact that our kids are getting older.
I think
Do you know what I mean? I don't want it
still going to have that adult feel.
Oh no, when I'm in
Studios,
Ireland, I'm a big kid.
You know what I mean? Though?
Yeah.
You've still got your big rides for us, and it's nice just to have a split of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to cater to everybody
Of
when
course you do.
when you're as big as Universal is. So.
And I think this is where, like, Disney will fall down a little bit because they don't want the big thrill rides. Now, if Universal start bringing in the family market, they've got that whole range, whereas Disney can't. I feel that they can't make that step up to a more teenage market because they've always, their thing is, we are a family park first and foremost. That's why they haven't got any big roller coasters or anything like that in there. The closest you've got's like
Space Mountain,
Tower of
Big
Terror.
Thunder, Tower of Terror, Big Thunder Mountain.
Oh, very good rides in their own right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
awesome rides, but
But not that.
Like-
Oh my god, I can't breathe! As you're shooting out of a tunnel or something.
yeah, I think they made Space Mountain, and they're like, okay, I think we went a little bit too far with this one. let's take it back a notch, and nothing crazier than Space Mountain. Okay.
I'd just like to say Space Mountain. I know it's Disney, but if you're a glasses wearer like I am, and I usually have like a little strap to keep my glasses on, try riding it with glasses and then without glasses. Two totally different rides. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay.
What is? You'll never know. The perfect eyesight.
Okay then. Right, I've got the next one. It's not strictly a piece of news, but one of our listeners asked us to mention it on the show, didn't he, Tracy?
Yes.
Mr. Bergen.
Oh yes.
Derek writes for Orlando Informer, and he recently posted a new article on there that was the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Phase 2 revealed. Exclusive pictures of the new Wizarding World of Harry Potter expansion taking place in Universal Studios. Now, if you head over to Orlando Informer, I'd tell you the whole link, but I can't be bothered because it's massive long. But it's the
Thank
park
you.
news column. It is. You know what websites and pages are like, hyphen this, that, and the other. Go on there and check out those photos. They are, mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I will say, in the honours of full disclosure,
You're just making up sentences now. Yeah.
make sure your tongue is firmly in your cheek, and Darren got about halfway through it before he realised.
Can you put a link to that in the show notes?
Yeah, I'll attach
Yeah.
it to the show. Yeah. But go and check it out. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's definitely worth a look.
There you go, Derek. We've mentioned it.
Just going back to Jurassic Park. Just a quick little refurb bit of news. Just people, don't forget Jurassic Park River Adventure will be down until the 21st of March. Don't want any sad faces.
No.
Hopefully they're moving the Triceratops over there.
Yeah, that'd be
Seems
good.
a shame just to
I
dump those
know.
animatronics, doesn't it?
If they don't want
Yeah.
it,
I
they
don't
can
think
send it
they
here.
would. Yeah, I really don't think they would. I think in some capacity they'll be able to use it in the area because it's still. I mean, especially the standing one. I don't know if the sick one will be able to make it out, but
Oh, it might be too sick.
yeah, I don't know if that'll really fit in with the rest. You don't want to just sick Triceratops just sitting on the side of the road or anything
No.
like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if, like Derek and Andy, you have any pieces of news you want to throw our way, again, Tracy, our email address is?
podcast@uuopodcast.com.
Yep.
You didn't think I
Apparently
knew that, did you?
Yep, and apparently I'll fall for half of anything. So
I shall remember that.
Cool.
Hey, UUO podcast crew. I'm having a great time here at Universal Orlando, and I thought I had to send you a quick live report. So I'm recording this on my iPhone, or iPad, or Android, or other applicable electronic device, and I'm going to send it to you at podcast@uuopodcast.com. How easy is that? I hope you guys enjoy hearing it, and I wish you were here.
Right, we shall move on now then to the main meat of our show this week, and that is Darren's review of the
I was gonna
media
say, don't
event.
mention meat. It's not a good subject in this country at the moment. Carrying on.
Let's leave it there, although American listeners are going, what the hell they're on about?
yeah, I'm immediately thinking, oh, Mad Cow's coming back.
No, it's apparently
No,
most of
that'd
our
be
beef
better.
burgers over here have been made with horse for the last however long, but anyway.
Nay, can't be true.
There's a rather amusing video on YouTube, I think it is, of some guy from somewhere down near Manchester, by the sounds of his accent, saying all these people going on about being horse meat in all our burgers. I've been eating it for years and it hasn't had any effect on me.
The clip claps off.
It's rather funny. But anyway,
Oh dear.
Darren, you had the great pleasure of attending the media... Well, it was the very first night and the media event of Mardi Gras this weekend, did you not?
I did indeed, and it was amazing.
Cool. So, before we get into that, walk us through getting to the event and checking in and how easy was that?
It was good. They had it set up right in front of the main entrance there. They had a little check-in table for us. I got there a little early so I could take some pictures in City Walk with my new camera. And met up with Eric and his partner Andre and his mom, who was awesome as well. Everybody was really great. So met up with everybody and checked in, and we got our media kit and everything, and then we were brought in through the administration secret entrance to the park.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Exciting.
that's how it started.
Right.
Mm.
Was it the behind the scenes of the floats thing that was what you first got to see?
Yeah, as we walked in, we went off to the side, and I put up in a little picture update I did on the Facebook page, the backstage, one of the backstage entrances, and we went back there where the parade was all getting set up and ready to go, and they showed us all the new floats that they had this year, which were all really cool. We had a Chinese New Year float, the El Dia de los Muertos float, which was my favorite.
That looked
looked awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, the theming on these floats are incredible, and the detail, even close up, like being able to go up to them, like close enough to touch them, was awesome too. And the details, even up close like that, they spare no expense. Everything looks incredible. The New Orleans float itself is, it looks like a building, and in the pictures I took, I actually showed one of my friends as soon as I got back, and they're like, "Oh, that's a really cool building, but I've never seen that at Universal before." I was like, "That's because it's a float." Like that's how much detail is in these floats. It's just incredible. They had a couple of people in their costumes as well set up for us to take pictures with, and yep. They basically walked us through there. We saw they had a new Louisiana float with the gator driving an airboat on there as well.
Cool.
That was really neat.
I believe there was a reference to Jaws in there at some point, was there not, Darren?
Yeah, there was a big blue whale float, and on the side of the blue whale float there is a depiction that is clearly Jaws, and at the other end of the float is the orca.
Cool.
Yeah, so they did throw that in for the Jaws fans. I'm not going to mention him, but he knows who he is.
Oh yes, I think anybody who's been listening to the podcast for a while knows who he is as well by now.
Yeah, we're going to get him on like a documentary about that one day.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Resident
Right.
Jaws expert.
Well, we'll pause it there for a second, Darren, because we've got an interview with Lora Wallace, haven't we?
Yep. Yeah, we got to interview Lora Wallace again. You heard her before on the Halloween Horror Nights show when we talked to her about the planning for the street experiences. So.
Cool. So, on with Laura's interview.
We talked before, it was back when Superstar Parade launched during Halloween Horror Nights. And we are all big fans of the Universal Superstar Parade.
Awesome.
So how does choreography for this differ than when you were getting ready for the Superstar Parade?
The Superstar Parade, we wanted to make a lot more intensive and structured as far as choreography. With the Mardi Gras Parade, it is a party. It is just fun, and that's what we tell the performers. It's not as structured as the Superstar Parade. It is just a big party, and they should have fun. So that's the biggest difference.
So with the Superstar Parade, you have characters, and this parade we do not have characters, correct?
No.
Now, because of that, so is that where you think a lot more of the freedom comes from, that they don't have to be someone, they can be, I guess?
Well, I mean, freedom can come from that, but also these are creations that we do, and they're not creations that other people make. These are creations that we do. But again, Mardi Gras, we're selling a family-friendly party, right?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest difference. I mean, yes, we want the Superstar Parade and people to have a lot of fun with that too, but that's more of almost think of Superstar as like a stage show, where this is just a moving party, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we know people are here to get those beads. So we're kind of like, we tell, the town is like the pre-show before the big show happens, as the parade rolls by.
Awesome. Another question is, how much do you rehearse this parade?
This parade is rehearsed in a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, we are really excited here at Universal Orlando to be celebrating our 18th year doing Mardi Gras. This year's floats, the 4 brand new floats, represent cultures from around the world and their celebrations. Like the Chinese New Year float, right now, people all over the world are celebrating Chinese New Year right now, the year of the snake. This float is a wonderful representation of just the culture. The one great thing that I love about this float is the movement. All of these lanterns and pieces of fabric, as the parade floats are going down the street, all of that moves. And I don't know if you can see on the Chinese float behind me, there is a hidden special little monkey that our designers decided to put into the design of the Chinese float. I found him the other day and thought he was just adorable. I was like, what is that? And they're like, oh, that's something we did just for us. So this is the Chinese New Year float. We are also celebrating the elegance of India. Beautiful, gorgeous, lots of glitter on that float. Celebrating the Day of the Dead. We can walk down towards it. It's got pyrotechnics on the Day of the Dead float. Sparkle on this float. We also feature a float rider on this float. She's a beautiful Bollywood-like dancer. The Dead float. One of the cool features that I think is really cool on this float are these panels right here that are backlit to make it look very, very neon, very indigo, which is something very different than what we've ever done in Mardi Gras before. Again, on this float, we have flame effects that shoot up really high over everyone's head. And all of these candles flicker.
Is there a monkey on this one?
No monkeys on a Day of the Dead float. No little hidden monkeys. And then, of course, our last new float for this year is kind of a rethinking of New Orleans and what they celebrate New Orleans, along with Mardi Gras. They also celebrate jazz. They celebrate food. They celebrate everything music that you can think of. So they redesigned and redeveloped our New Orleans float, keeping some of the traditional things that we love, like the two-story. Again, one of my favorite features are these backlit musicians you see through the windows. Get out of the way.
Dead floats. Are we going to see them again in 6 months?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
And no connection whatsoever, no inspiration from the.
No, I think this was just a whole different idea than what that was at Halloween.
How many new floats do we have this year, and how many repeats?
4 brand new design floats, and there are a total of about 8 repeats. There's 12 floats. Yeah, 12 floats altogether. The riverboat and the gator are back. They're our biggest bead givers, right? We have like tons and tons of people on there, so they throw tons and tons of beads. We have back returning with us the rainforest, the bayou float, the deep sea float, and then of course our tidal float, which we have every year. We have our jester float, the king and queen float.
This is based on Mardi Gras New Orleans, which is an adult celebration. How do you guys keep that in check here, especially with the t-shirts?
We make it very family friendly. One, with the lineup. We have a lot of younger artists in our lineup this year with Demi Lovato and Philip Phillips and things like that. But also we have special kid zones, little kid areas, so that families can sign up to make sure their kids get in those special areas so the kids grab the most beads and the most booty that they can grab. We also tell our float riders that make sure they look out for those kid zones and really throw in those areas so that the kids walk away with more beads than the adults do in some cases.
How many performers do you have this year?
There's about 88. A lot of stilt walkers. We like to put people up on stilts in this parade so that people can see beyond the crowds, the one person in front when they stand along the side of the street so people can see the entertainment.
So how do you guys decide who's going to play? Is it that based on keeping it family friendly? Or?
It's based on what's popular, what's available, of course, keeping it family friendly, knowing what's in town, what's happening around the Central Florida area kind of helps us to figure out who we're going to invite to play here.
How have you had to adjust the parade this year to accommodate for all the construction that's going around?
It really hasn't been that much of adjustment. We're running this exactly like Macy's ran this year and exactly like the Superstar Parade ran. So basically there hasn't been a lot of adjustment to it. For our guests, there may be some slight adjustment for them seeing it come the same way the other parades came, but really it hasn't been that big of adjustment for us. It's pretty easy.
How exactly do you guys go about reinventing this every year, make it fresh?
We love it. That's the one thing that, we as show directors and the production part of entertainment, we get to do that with all the projects. And Mardi Gras is one that we get to start from, the bare bones of the chassis and get to use the creativity that we have to build up these spectacular, enormous floats. Has anyone seen the New Orleans band in the food court yet? They're amazing. We bring all those bands straight from New Orleans. So all those bands are local New Orleans bands that maybe don't have the popularity of some of the bigger bands. And we have a lineup of like 30-some bands that are coming to play for us in the food court. Amazing talents.
And who did the costume design for the floats this year?
The costume design was done by David Nadolski. Yes.
Some of the most colorful floats we've seen. How do you guys decide upon these themes?
Really, it's our inspiration, and inspiration comes from anywhere. From what we've done as people. From what we see and read about. Our inspirations come from many different places. We travel to New Orleans every year because we work very closely with Burns artist that produces the actual Mardi Gras in New Orleans. And we get to travel to New Orleans and go into their dens and see just what they have. And that inspires us too. Maybe they'll have these, like they had existing, these large skeletons with the sugar skulls for Day of the Dead. That inspired us to do the Day of the Dead float, kind of recreate what they already had existing.
Any bands you want to see that we haven't seen yet?
Any bands? Me personally, I'm excited about Steve Miller, but that just kind of tells you my age. Anything else? Well, if you guys want, just kind of take photos of the floats. I think we're going to stop here because those are kind of floats we've seen. But go ahead and walk up and down these 4 floats, take photos, do whatever you want. I'm here if you have any other questions.
You got to see them in person because, I mean, just like I said, the detail, the quality, everything is amazing. It would be worth the price of admission to Universal just to see these floats.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, like Darren said, there's pictures up on the Facebook page of Darren with his very, very expensive new camera.
And they're really good pictures as well.
They are excellent. I'd say the Dia de los Muertos, whatever it is. What is it? Dia? I can't speak.
Dia de los Muertos.
There you go. And a rather tall lady dressed up. She was very tall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they were her real full legs. They were only partially her legs.
Cool.
Oh no.
Yes. They were long legs though.
For sure, yeah.
So Darren, did you get to sample any of the food?
Yes. After this, they walked us over to Lombard Seafood Grill, which is the first time I've actually ever been in there. And the interior of that place is amazing. First of all, we had never stopped in. Have you guys eaten there before?
No, we've never been in it either.
No.
Oh wow! You walk in there and it's just a totally different experience. Me and Eric were likening it to the what's that secret club at Disney? 23?
33.
33. Yeah,
almost there.
10 off. Yeah.
That was a sub club.
I shouldn't know that.
Yeah, because they brought us upstairs and it was really nice. Got bookcases on the walls, chandeliers on the ceilings, and from the windows you can see the cinematic spectacular. And I saw a little bit of that through the windows, but I was pretty focused on this food here.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. They were not samples. We got the whole deal.
Wow.
Plates and plates of food, and I tried to try everything. I'm not a fan of crawfish, so crawdaddies as they're called in Louisiana. So did not try that, but Eric's mom did, and she said that was amazing as well. They had gumbo, they had jambalaya. Everything was, had that New Orleans spice to it. It wasn't too hot though, so it was just perfect. And of course it would be when the food was made by Stephen Jayson, executive chef for Universal Studios. This guy, we have an interview coming up with him, but yeah, he did some pretty amazing things around the park. Anything you've eaten there basically came from him.
Excellent.
Well, I think from the interview I listened to it, he's been there since before the park opened, hasn't he?
Yep. Yeah, he was there to originally put together the first menus that they offered, and he's been there ever since. So
wow.
That's rather unheard of in the theme park industry, especially for a chef.
Certainly.
It's dedication to his craft.
Yeah. And when you hear the interview and hear him talk about it, you'll understand why his passion is incredible. But then we also had sample desserts. The first king cake I've ever had that tasted good. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
No, I was just going to ask what king cake is.
It's kind of like a layered pastry cake, like it's
a celebration cake, isn't it?
Yeah. Like it kind of has a texture of like a puff pastry. I'm gonna say.
Right.
Yeah. But this one, usually they're kind of dry and crusty at the bottom, and they're saved by just putting loads and loads of icing on the top. But this one was just awesome all the way through. It was the best king cake I've ever had.
What is it in the middle, Darren? Because I've actually just got a picture up there, and it looks. What's the stuff in the middle?
It's cake. I
think there's different versions of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure there is, but this was a traditional king cake, but it was. So anybody that's had it knows that, but usually, like I said, it's like you usually take the top layer off and eat that and leave the bottom. But there was nothing left on my plate.
Oh, it's a Mardi Gras cake, isn't it? It's You had heard of it.
Traditional for Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
There's a figurine of a baby put in there
That's
to symbolize
yes.
to symbolize the new year, and whoever gets that has to buy the king cake for the next year or make the king cake for everybody for the next year. That's the tradition. We did not get any babies at our table. We are not responsible for making the king cake for everybody at Universal next year, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Because you wouldn't want anything I made anyway. But then we also had beignets. First time I ever had a beignet.
Yeah, everybody's heard our story about.
Anyway, let him talk.
Yeah, warm pastry. That was also excellent. They had pralines and everything else set up. These candied. I don't even know exactly what they were, what to call them, but they were like candied almonds and pecans and everything. They're made out to look like cookies, but they were just like chunks of candy, and they were amazing as well. All this food is available to purchase. The jambalaya was my favorite by far. I had chicken, shrimp in there. It's a rice dish, spicy. And then they also had some New Orleans sausage made there. It's also spicy sausage with mustard and onions and peppers and everything. And it was just all amazing.
For anybody who's going to be attending Mardi Gras, Darren, what sort of size are the portions?
I couldn't tell you for sure because what we had was like a buffet style setup. But I'm sure you're going to get a pretty good amount, and this food is awesome. So, usually if you're serving New Orleans food, you serve it New Orleans portions, which is big.
Yeah. I think my diet's just gone for a burn.
That does sound really, really good.
It does.
So right, we shall pause it there, and we'll bring you the interview with Steve and Jayson.
So really big fans of your work. So you've been here since before the parks opened.
Yes, February of 1989.
So when you were initially creating the food for the parks, I know you had said in your speech earlier that you wanted to create stuff that was unusual and unique and not standard fare. Over time, what do you feel like has been the hallmark of Universal's food?
I would say that the hallmark of our food has been that our chairman and along with the rest of the key people here, the emphasis was to create food that would be authentic and that you would get anywhere. If you had a slice of pizza, it would be as good as a slice on the street in New York at a nice pizzeria. If you sat down in a restaurant and ordered a piece of red snapper, it would taste as good as what you might pay down the street for $28, $30.
Yeah.
So it was all about having fresh ingredients, having them here quickly. Like all of the fish and chips that we use, be it at Finnegan's Irish Pub or the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, or even downstairs here, it's all fresh. I want to say Alaskan cod from the Bering Sea. It's all fresh, never been frozen, and we buy all fresh vegetables. So everything is fresh, and of course now with the infrastructure out there to get things to us quickly, we can do that. So we develop menus based on that, and we set up the entire food service program like that. We have a commissary kitchen where we make, let's say, minestrone soup. We'll make 80 gallons at a time, but it's never frozen. The ingredients in it are all fresh. So you get as good a minestrone soup or as good a New England clam chowder as you would get if you were up in New England, and using the same ingredients because they're easy to get here quickly and making it fresh.
So I'm curious, do you source a lot of produce from Florida or does it come from elsewhere? I'm just curious.
I buy 95% of our produce is domestic. I buy very, very little from Mexico because if you can't drink the water, I don't want to eat the produce. You know what I mean? Yeah. What do they tell you when you go to Mexico? Don't drink the water. I'm saying, well, don't eat the produce because you're watering it. So, but no, honestly, obviously, that's really the key is, between Florida, California, and in between, 95% of our ingredients are domestic ingredients. All our meat is from the Midwest. You know, the French fries come from the Northwest, because we buy the extra long fancy fries, that kind of stuff. So all the things are here. And again, the availability. I mean, we get our cod from the Bering Seas. It might be caught on a Monday and it's in our facility on a Thursday.
Wonderful.
And with that, when you sit down and eat a piece of fish and chips at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter or at Finnegan's Irish Pub in the New York Street area, you get a fresh, beautiful piece of fish and you'll know it.
Yeah.
It's never been frozen. It's totally fresh. And the other thing we did here was because we make everything, there's no preservatives.
Yeah.
There's no extenders. It's a classic recipe.
That's awesome.
My upbringing was the Culinary Institute of America. I worked with a French chef in an apprenticeship. I only know how to classically cook.
Yeah.
I don't know all this put in this thing and it extends it. And this molecular cooking they're doing out there and they're using Xanagum and all these things. I don't know it. And maybe it's fun, but I'm a classical chef, so
Certainly.
And by bringing that here, we get good authentic.
Certainly, and that's what I know I love. I love eating in the parks. So
yeah.
So I know you probably get asked a lot of questions about butterbeer, but can you tell us a little about your inspiration and your creation?
Well, butterbeer was really, our creative department, said we've got some things that are in the books, and we'd really like to see if we can bring them to life.
Yeah.
So we looked at butterbeer obviously as a key one, and it turned out to be a huge. It's the number one thing that people want to do when they go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is drink a butterbeer. What we wanted it to be was we wanted it to be non-alcoholic. We wanted it to be for everybody. We wanted it to be a little mystical, so we thought it would be really cool if it looked like a beer.
Yeah.
Because now a youngster can have this beer, and how cool is that? And we wanted it to have just a really good comfort feeling flavors, but we didn't want to have a high sugar count. So a mug of butterbeer has less calories than this bottle of Coca-Cola. Yes. So we did all of those things. Worked with a lot of different ingredients, and we came up with what we serve now, which I think has really hit a good vein. It's been extremely popular, and
what's in it that makes it so addictive?
I know. I find myself middle of the night sometimes being like, I need a butterbeer.
Yeah. You see, I mean that's really cool. That really is cool. I knew it was going to be when we got it, and we were all drinking it. And then we flew to Scotland and we made it for J.K. Rowling. And I was as close to her as I am to you. And she drank it, and she had this big smile on her face. I mean, I knew then this was going to be a hit. And boy, I'll tell you, it's a hit. Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah. It was very cool.
Yeah. My record is 6 in one day. 6 in
my God.
There you go. How great is that?
No, we love it. We love it. So now so you've created butterbeer, and now there's other themed creations coming.
Yes.
So can you tell us about any of the other themed creations that you have coming?
Well, not right yet. I mean, I can't really comment on what's coming up in the future here. Obviously, we announced the Transformer ride is going to open this May or June, something around there. And, we'll probably have some fun stuff to go along with that. And then, obviously, there's some other construction going on back here. And we're all excited about what that's going to all be. And there's some other stuff going on the other side of this park. So there's a lot of things coming. There's a lot of things I'm working on. I go around the park sometimes and my employees say, hey, we haven't seen you lately. And I said, that's because they got me locked up in the kitchen working on these things. But we got a lot of fun stuff coming, but I just can't really comment on it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We appreciate your time.
Oh, my pleasure.
So yes, Darren, it would seem that Stephen Jayson was the creator of one of your favourite things in the parks.
Yes. Yeah. He made butterbeer. That was so awesome. Meeting the guy that made butterbeer, and also learning in that interview, that everything is sourced and brought in fresh every day, and that's just awesome. The food is all made without preservatives and everything like that, and just learning how and just learning how how he tried to cater each item to each area of the park is just really cool, and I think he did a pretty good job of pulling that off.
I can't wait to try butterbeer.
I can't wait to go and eat my way around the parks.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's amazing that he's been there for the length of time that he has, and still has a real passion for it.
Mhm.
And I have no doubt that over the next 6 months to a year, we'll see more of his creations when other places in the park open.
Yeah, and we tried to get a little bit more out of him, but you know.
Yeah, you can always try.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, I assume we'll be getting Energon.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether he'll have had. That'll have probably been something more creative out in
I would
Hollywood
imagine
rather
so,
than
yeah.
in Orlando. So, or he might have done.
True,
Never
but
know.
yeah, you know, it's a new park. They've got opportunities to try new things as well. So
Absolutely.
Yep.
So what was the next part of the event after that then, Darren? The parade, I assume.
After that we walked over to our staging area, and actually we had a little bit of trouble with the Universal staff. Was so helpful because the area that they had set out for us kind of got occupied by everybody looking for a spot for the parade. So they actually opened up a stage and let us go up on stage, and so we could get our pictures and everything, and get our live stream, which I hope everybody saw. If not, I'm sure Lee will link it in the show notes so you can see the replay of it.
Yes, it's at Ustream something or other. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll put it. I'll attach it to the show because it came out really well. I know Eric had a lot of concerns because Darren, you've complained like when you've been there, haven't you? That the 4G signal in there's not the best.
Right, when you have that many people all using the same network. It happens to me at basically every theme park I go to.
Yeah. It's understandable, I suppose.
Yeah. Certainly, but yeah, from what I hear, everything came out really well, and and it was great. The parade is amazing. Seeing the floats is one thing, but then seeing them lit up at night and with all the features and effects and the characters on the floats and people throwing beads and everybody on the street just going nuts. It was great. They had special areas set up for the kids to make sure that we heard about that in the interview actually earlier with Lora, that they had special areas set up for the kids so that they definitely had a chance to get beads, and the bead throwers were specifically focusing on those areas, which was
that's really good.
Yeah, because people get crazy and excited during those things, and you don't always notice the young ones under you, while you're grabbing for your beads. So it was really cool for them to give them their own space and get special attention. And yeah, and everybody that was part of the parade did a great job, and it was awesome. Even the police officers that were leading the parade at the beginning, I got a picture up on the side of the one, just smiling ear to ear. He was having a great time. But yeah. So all in all, it was a great event. I definitely recommend it. The music's awesome. Oh wait, we still have more to talk about. What am I even talking about?
We have
another big part.
We'll get there in a minute, though.
Yeah.
Darren, did you catch any beads?
No, I did not. I was focusing on taking my pictures. I was hoping one would ring around my.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I was hoping one would ring around the lens or something.
Yeah, but you might have had to give him a prize then.
Yeah.
This isn't The Simpsons.
That's not Midway.
Yeah, I was so focused on that, and I was a little bit in the back.
Yeah.
Because they had the seasoned photographers there. I'm a newbie, so I wanted to give those guys a chance to get their good shots, and I got what I could get, and I think they all came out pretty good.
I assume the parade's very similar to. I don't think they do it anymore. Do the old Halloween Horror Nights parades? Do they still do the parades at Halloween Horror Nights?
No.
That's a shame. That was brilliant.
Tracy got hundreds of.
I did. They seemed to just go, "Oh, she's a freak. We'll give her loads."
But I assume it's that sort of thing, is it?
Yeah. It's a New Orleans. It's a Mardi Gras parade, which there's no comparing Halloween Horror Nights parade to a Mardi Gras parade.
Yeah. It's much more energetic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just confetti, everything. Just the
can't be over the top.
Amazing.
It is.
Yeah. The lighting, just everything. It's just awesome. And the pictures I have are great, but they don't do any justice to actually being there in person. So make sure if you have the opportunity, go check it out.
I plan to. That's on my bucket list. If I can't do the real thing, that's the next best thing.
You know what? This might be better than the real thing.
I was just going to say, but this is probably better because then you got all the rides as well.
Yeah, you got all the rides, and you don't have to deal with the interesting cast in New Orleans at sometimes.
True.
During New Orleans, during Mardi Gras.
Yep.
So, and Yeah, it smells a lot better at Universal.
True.
I'm
I've never
using
been.
references that you guys are not familiar with, obviously.
Not at all. I think the only thing
Really
I've ever
funny.
seen Mardi Gras, I think, is in Candyman.
Yeah, Mardi Gras is a very adult event. It's a very dirty event as well. In New Orleans, it's not. Yeah, it's not a shiny, happy parade.
I've seen Tremere.
Yeah. Universal, much more family friendly, and overall, if I had a chance to go to either of the two, I'd actually be hanging out at the Universal one. To be honest with you.
Cool. So it's the live music during the event.
Yes. After the parade, we all hustled over to the event stage to see Lifehouse perform. They were the opening act of the event, and they did again a great job. Sound quality there is excellent. It's the first concert I've ever seen at Universal. My first Mardi Gras too. So yeah, the sound quality is great. They've got 2 huge screens set up on either side of the stage, so if you're even if you're a little bit farther back, you still have an excellent view.
Good.
I don't know Lifehouse, to be honest.
I've heard of them, but I'm not familiar with the music.
Yeah, they did a song. They did a song that was really popular in the mid 2000s, "Hanging by a Moment." And they have quite the fan base. I checked out their Facebook page earlier today. Actually, you got 2 million fans on there. So
okay, they're pretty big then.
Yeah, pretty significant band. And yeah, they like I said, they did a great job, a great performance. So
good.
We got out of there a little bit before they ended to beat the crowds because we knew it was going to be crazy trying to get out of there with everybody else. But yeah, just again, we had a great time. I want to thank Universal for giving us that opportunity and having a chance to interview Steve and Jayson and Lora Wallace again, and just the whole event and everything was just awesome.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Just skipping back briefly to the parade. Was any live music then? Like, is it like brass?
Well, they have live bands around, don't they?
Yeah, I can't think what they're called.
Told us about before. Is it Zydeco? Did you see any of that stuff?
Yeah, they had some of those bands. They had a blues band playing. I got a shot of one of the players of that as we walked by. Actually, it was a very lucky shot. It was one of my favorite ones of the night. Yeah, we saw them playing live during the actual parade. It was recorded music that they were playing as
so
we
like
went
the
by.
Macy's parade.
Yeah.
Okie
Cool.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yep. Thanks very much for going, Darren.
Yep, certainly. And of course, you can buy tickets at UniversalOrlando.com.
Definitely, yeah. And it's the fact that it is part of your day's admission as well, that it's not an extra hard ticket event.
That's really good.
So
and if you're a Florida resident, you got your pass that gets you in for this as well. So there's no reason not to.
Excellent.
Awesome bands going on the entire range, and this goes on until April 24th.
Good
April
long
20th.
run.
I'm actually just going to give out next weekend, February 16th. We've got the Steve Miller Band.
No, you didn't ask what they did.
No, I don't.
You normally do.
On Sunday that's the 17th. We've got Boys Like Girls. Then the following weekend, there's only one on that weekend, on the 23rd, and that's Trace Songs. And then the following week after that, again, there's only one on the 2nd, and that's Demi Lovato. And then there's lots more.
Yep.
But they're the next few, so brilliant. Excellent.
Culminating on the 20th with All American Rejects.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, great.
Cool.
Excellent.
Thanks very much,
Yeah.
Darren. It sounded like you had a really good time, and it sounded like you got on a really good event.
We weren't jealous at all.
Yeah, it was a blast. You guys got to get down here one year for it.
Definitely.
I think we will
Definitely.
have to. The food tempts me more than not more than anything else, but definitely.
I do have a special birthday coming up. Well, not this year. I hasten to add.
We are going this year.
I know.
But not till August.
Every birthday is special.
You're right. Brilliant. So thanks very much, Darren. It's been cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that's going to bring us to the end of another show.
Yeah, already.
A great one though. You know, for anybody really, if you even slightest bit interested, get yourself down to Universal for Mardi Gras. And if you go, let us know what you thought of it.
Yeah.
If you got any pictures, send us your pictures. Send us live reports from it. We'd love to hear record it on your phone or whatever and send us a live report from it would be brilliant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So cool.
Catch
Right.
some beads and send me them.
That would be cool. Yeah, I have not. Actually, yeah, well, I should have a friendly competition to see who can catch the most amount of beads.
Yeah.
Not individual beads.
Yeah, strings of beads.
Yes. The next show will be out on the 1st of March.
Wow. This year's
And the
rattling
interview that's
through.
going out on that show will be recorded in about 5 minutes. Again, we'll invite everyone over onto the Universal Studios forum on Mice Chat to engage in some conversation about this.
Come and talk to us.
Definitely for this, look for the thread for this specific show. So you can get
I mean, come and talk to us. Not just about this show. Just come and talk to us.
like our Facebook page. That's really, especially like the Facebook page, and you can go and see a lot of Darren's cool photographs.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I'll be getting another set up here shortly. So
Definitely, because they need to be seen. I need to see the rest of them. How many did you take, by the way, Darren?
460.
Whoa.
But not all of them are good. Obviously.
In one night, that's a substantial amount of photographs.
Yeah, my finger actually hurt the next day. I didn't know that would happen, but yeah.
Warning: Universal's Mardi Gras can seriously damage your health.
Finger.
Finger. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have Mardi Gras finger. That's it.
Yep.
That sounds wrong on so many levels.
Thanks, everyone. And it's good night.
It's good night, internet, from me.
And goodbye, everyone. Show me the way to go home.
Ba-bum.
Well, that just about does it for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. We'd love for you to get in touch. So follow us all on Twitter at UUO Podcast, at UUOP Tracy, at UUOP Darren, and at UUOP Eric. Like our Facebook page at facebook.com/unofficial Universal Podcast. Follow us on Instagram by searching UUO Podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/UUO Podcast. Don't miss a show by subscribing to us on iTunes, and while you're there, please leave us a review. Not an Apple user? No problem. Just find the show at uuopodcast.libsyn.com and subscribe to the feed while you're there. Send us your spews, funny schmits, live reports, and any other comments at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And come find us on the forums and say hello at our partner site, micechat.com. So thanks for listening, and until next time, remember, live the adventure.
This has been a MicePod.com presentation. Copyright 2013.